To all those that are joining or will join, I'm here. Let's see. Ooh, new design, maybe chat overlay. I'll just wait for people to join. But for those of you watching later down the road, welcome. It's Thursday, September 7th. We are a few days away from FFDC in New York City, our first in-person live meetup in North America. We did one in Bangladesh, or not Bangladesh, Bangalore, a few months ago. But this is the first, sort of US-based in-person event. A lot of the team is going to be there. We're really looking forward to the launch of more new features. I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but yeah, new features, really cool stuff coming down the road. So looking forward to seeing people there. And we will just be built today. We've been so busy this week. It's been awesome. But I wanted to build something that is needed for most applications. And that is a responsive dashboard. And I'm here by myself. Will is preparing hastily for that FFDC event. So he's in charge of everything. So we'll let him do that. We are a minute and a half in and nobody joined. Okay, it's cool. It's cool. We didn't really announce this, but again, we're just gonna be doing live build session. You guys can skip here. And last week we went over. I'll switch. What up, Carol? First one, only one. Maybe there's a few more. Who knows? I'm gonna move my chat to the right to my monitor, and I will move my admin panel, or what I will be doing for my admin panel, over here to my main monitor or screen, I guess. So we'll do that. And I will share my screen. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, I wanted to just build a small piece of an admin panel. Perfect. Yeah, you guys should be able to see this. It's something that's needed for almost every application, right? Like you will have you will need a place for yourself, whoever's building the application, to view elements of that application, right? Your backend in a more aesthetically pleasing way than just the database view. You want to be able to manage people, search for people, do all of that. So I wanted to utilize a project that we built last week, just so we don't have to rebuild the backend, rebuild a Firebase, all this stuff. So I'll typically do this, but we'll just add in. So what I've done is I just added in. We didn't build out this user page last week, so I just added an admin links down here, and we will just build out that user details page. The admin side of things, they'll always have a user collection. So we'll start with that, and then we'll just sort of build out from there, because it's very unique to whatever project you're building, right? If it's a social application, you'll have posts of everybody's posts. If it's a task management app, you'll have all tasks for everybody, no matter what company. But we'll just build out a user list page with some stats, like how many users there are, possibly like some more fidelity into that, possibly like how many admins and stuff, which we can do. But then we'll build a user details page or modal, right? It could be a bottom sheet on mobile, or it could be a side panel on desktop. All of that fun stuff. I'm going to turn my I'm going to go to focus mode here so I can just build. All right. And so some of the things we need to do, obviously, we need to add a page here. So I'm going to just expand this, and I may ramble a little bit. I apologize, guys. I've been traveling all week for some family stuff and just getting back in the swing of things. I've been working, but just working while traveling, it's a headache and a half. So first day back. So what we'll do here is we'll add a page. Just Command K, add page, and we're just going to do a blank page. I'll rebuild all this stuff for you, and we'll say admin users or main users. Let's just do that. Okay, cool. And let's bring that up over here to our pages. And let's go ahead and convert this column. We'll do replace with a row because we want that left to right sort of configuration. We'll just copy and paste this navigation from the home page to this one. Boom. And then selected nav will change to 3, right? Which is going to be our user page right here. Cool. And then let's go ahead and do this. We're going to change this to users. And that'll just show up on mobile. We have in our app bar and nav bar, we are hiding our bottom navigation and our app bars on desktop and large tablets. So we won't have to deal with this on the web. And then last week we went through and adjusted this navigation bar. Ooh, we did not adjust this. So maybe we did this one. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to copy that. We're just going to paste it. I figured we had done it, but I guess not. So we are going to do a users, right? We're just going to say group here. And this you'll have to do this for any navigation bar on the web, currently. It's just how we do it. So we will conditionally stylize these elements, users, and then we can get rid of this. We can also navigate. So we want to add an action here to navigate to main users. Perfect. Desktop, we're going to do instant. And then we're going to adjust this styling of this to be different colors based off of number 3 instead of 2. So here we have selected nav equals 2. We're just going to do 3. Same thing here. We're going to do 3. And then I have to do it for all of these as well. If you guys want to comment on what you would like to see in the chat or what you would like to see in an admin panel, like what you guys have been building and some of the problems you're having, I'll try to add that in because this is going to be a pretty simple. We're going to build a responsive page with a user list with some stuff. And then we're going to have a details page where you can edit that user information. You can see basically their activity, and then you can edit their details. Again, if you want to have a real admin panel, which is very beneficial, you're going to have to integrate with some backend, which I'll just leave it at that. You're going to have to integrate with some backend, right? If you want to create users and send emails to them and stuff. I have used Backend Flow before. There's also Firebase, some cloud functions. You could add some cloud functions to Firebase. Same thing with Supabase. You could use Rowie as your backend to sort of create those users and send them emails, which you can send them branded emails via our APIs. You could hook up with SendGrid, or I'm going to try this, Loops email. Okay, so this isn't really a plug, but this company just launched on Product Hunt yesterday. They were number 1. And I saw them and I was like, dude, I want to try this out. So it says it's email from Modern SaaS. It should be fairly easy to hook their API up with FlutterFlows. And you could essentially, right, in an admin panel, if you update the user information or if you invite users, with your backend, I think it could be fairly easy to get some branded emails for your SaaS just by hooking up with with Loops here. So I don't know. I haven't checked it out or in detail. I have looked over it. I created an account for one of my SaaS products that I'm working on the side, way back there in the, whenever I am not working on 1,000 different things. But we're going to try it out. And I'm going to integrate with Backend Flow because I already have most of those things hooked up. So thank you, Kevin and Andrew, for consistently being part of the live stream. I appreciate that, guys. Carol and Daniel as well. So yeah, thank you guys. Okay, let's see. MetaMask integration, FlutterFlow, very nice. Yeah, I'm sure it would be. You can do that. You can integrate with crypto stuff. There are a few plugin or marketplace items for that. And then once we allow paid marketplace items, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more. But okay, so we have this. We have this navigation item. We're linking to the main users, right? We will go here, and then we'll just build out this page. I'm gonna do like this, maybe. Cool. Let's go ahead and we have a row here, so we can stack things horizontally. Let's go ahead and do a container here, which will essentially be our max width container. So we'll drag a column into here. For now, we'll just make this a little larger. We'll put some text in here, and some more text, and then we will cross-axis alignment start, and we'll make a little bit, I think we'll just do 12 pixel or 16 pixel. No, let's not. Let's leave that. We'll do the padding on these guys. Okay, cool. Then let's go ahead and let's do 1170 for max width. Let's go ahead and expand that and then center it in the middle here. Cool. We're going to just infinity that so that we always get the max width if possible. And then we want to remove the background so that we get the page background. All right, cool. So we did all of that. We have this column where we can stack things vertically. And then we have our page title and subtitle. So let's go ahead and add 16 pixel padding there and there. And then on the subtitle, let's do that. Do that. And we're going to change this, the bottom one, to label large or label medium. Let's do that. Below is a list of your users. Select them for details. Okay, cool. We have this little guy. Let's go ahead and make it a display small. Too much scale. So let's do the medium. That's probably just the right amount of scale. My users. Oh, lastly, we're going to have to remove the height on this container. We just want it to be filled. Awesome. Okay. And then we could build out a table, or we could just utilize a table we already have. So let's go ahead and do that from our templates. And let's go here. I think I have table. Yeah, perfect. All right, so we have invoices, user list, invoice filters, asset management. Let's go ahead and just drag this user list in. Boom. Okay, cool. And then we're like basically done. So like that's it. How you build an admin panel? I'm just kidding. Of course, we can move this stuff up, right? We can just move. Let's just go ahead and move this whole row up. Actually, shoot, we don't even need. We don't even need stuff. Just drag that in here and drag that in here, and then remove these and remove this. Man alive, we just did more work than we needed to, but oh well. All right, so we have my users. We can do a search field. Yep, let's go ahead and do that. But instead of searching the list here, because it could get a little complicated, let's go ahead and have this bring up a bottom sheet or a container where we can search for users and then view the details. So let's replace this with a container. So I'll do Command F and I'll just do container here. We want this container to be the same height as this button, which is 40. So let's do 40. Let's go ahead and do 16 pixel padding on the right. And then I think we're doing 12 border radius here. 8. So let's go ahead and do 8 here as well. And let's make this like 140. Oh, no, 240. Yeah, at least. Awesome. We're going to add a drop shadow here, or box shadow, sorry. There. And then we're going to just add a row. Before we had a text field, which would have allowed us to, bug there. I want an icon and text. Would have allowed us to enter into that search field and filter the list. But this way could be a little better. So we're going to do it this way. And let's go ahead and add some padding here. Let's do spacing. 3 pixel spacing in between. Cool. Let's do a search icon instead of a settings. Right. Search users here. All right. We're going to make this label medium. And then there's a little too much space here. So I'm going to do 12 instead of 16. Perfect. And now we have this little guy with a little too much space up top. Let's go ahead and change that. Awesome. Okay. So for our user list, we have an ID here. Don't know if we actually need this. And I'm going to remove these ones because we only need the one for our base. We're going to do a backend query on these users, and then we're going to build out a details page. And also we should have some stats, right? Because overall, any admin panel, you should see how many users you have, maybe how many active in the last 30 days, which we could use a custom function for. And I've only done this once, so I'm praying that it works live, when I'm actually building live. But yeah, let's do that. So ID, we probably don't need that. We will have user information. We have their email. Cool. We'll have created on, right? And then I also want like a last edited or last active, right? I think this is beneficial. And then our status here, we will make this in line with our styling. So I'll do this and this. Okay, if active, and maybe we'll update this color based on if they're active or not. This will be our, we have 2 of these little icons here. We have an edit or a more. I don't know if we need the edit because we can just do that in the more. All right. So there's that. Let's go ahead and select that list here and generate a backend query based on our users. List of documents. We're going to order by, let's see, created time, edited time. Nice. We have it already. We'll do it decreasing. We'll ignore. For now, we'll do single time query, and we'll just confirm. Okay, cool. And let's see. We have this user image. Nice. Let's go ahead and let's just wrap this guy in a little container because why not? 44, 12. We'll remove this padding and make it 2 pixels. Okay. And then we will adjust this background to be here. I don't know why I like this, but I just do. I just do. All right. Now it's hook up. So we've queried the backend here, and this is mainly for sort of new users that are not familiar with how to query backends or maybe building an admin panel for the first time. So we've we've queried our backend call here. And now we need to connect this information to our data. And so what we're going to do is just going to select this little variable icon here and do user document and drag in the photo URL here. We can set a default, right? If somebody doesn't have one, and we can do that with our, this little guy. So that opened it in a new tab and I copied the URL. Don't know if that needs to be shown. I copied the URL from there and we were just going to copy that. Boom. Cool. Same thing. We're going to just connect this to the user document display name. And for most of you that join every week, this is very basic stuff. So I apologize, but for new users, I think it's beneficial. Ghost user here. Same thing with email. We'll just connect that to our email here. Boom. Ghost at CasperIO.com. Was created. Go ahead and do our date here. And within our dates, we have it defaults to like no further changes. Do not do that. Never do that. It's bad user experience. It displays something crazy, terrible. So we'll just add in, let's see, created on September 7th, 2003. I think that works. We will always have created time, so we don't have to have a default. We do have to have a last active. And so this one, maybe this one will do edited time, right? And then date time format, we'll do like relative. So this one's it'll be a little more active, a little more common. This one's a state, right? It's always going to be there. It's a one-time timestamp. The other one is not. It's going to be actively updated. Okay, so let's go ahead and, sorry, I came to this style. Let's go to the user collection because we have a few things here. We have a status we don't have currently. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's make it a string, right? Okay. You could also make this a Boolean, right? You can make it status active or active. We could also say admin or not. We'll make that one a Boolean. Okay. And then these are two of the things that we'll be able to update on the user, right? We could basically give them access to certain things. We have, let's see, title. Do we have a title here? We don't. Let's say user title or user role. Better. User role. Excellent. We'll do string. And I guess user role could be admin. So we could just have a drop down or choice chips that said admin, and if admin or if user role equals admin, you would have access to this in your application, or you would have access to the admin panel on a subdomain. So, Andrew, yes. Sorry. Thank you guys so much for coming. What is the status? Could be a drop down to adjust the status to a different option. Yes. Like active or not available. Correct. It could be a drop down, right? So list of strings, right, that you provide. And then they get to select one. Or it could be choice chips would be another option, right? And then they can only select one choice chip. I think you can do single selection. Yeah, you can. So we could do choice chips, which we'll do choice chips because they look better than a drop down. But yeah, then what we'll do here is we're going to add our status here. Okay. User document and user role. Wait, there it is, status. Perfect. And then we can set our colors, but we'll come back to that because I don't know what the statuses will be quite. I mean, maybe just active and not active. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll do, we'll use these. We'll use active. I don't know about not available, but maybe inactive. Active and inactive. That's a common English phraseology of user status. So let's go ahead and do that. all we're going to do, we're going to change this color. We're going to make it green if active. We will make it gray if inactive. So we're going to do a conditional value and then a condition. Oh, sorry, we're going to do an if else then statement and then a condition. Condition is if user status equal to, this is a string, so we're going to do active. So you have to be sort of careful when you do this because your string here has to be identical to whatever you provide the user, right? We can't do active and inactive and then provide them not available or something like that. Also, multilingual stuff here, it can get pretty testy. But we'll do this here. And we just need since we just have the two options, we're just going to do the one if then statement. If you had more than two options, right? If you had, we could do this. We could do this. So active, inactive, maybe rejected or deleted or archived. So we could do that. Oh, sorry. We don't want, okay, this is the fill color. All right. So for fill color active, we want this. For inactive, we want this primary background. All right. And then we're going to I'm going to copy and paste this here. So status, right? And then I'm just going to change this. Status equaled archive or disabled, maybe disabled. What up, Dimitar? Yeah, archived. Let's do that. So if archived, we will do this orange. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this conditional or this if then else statement. I'm going to do the border as well. And I'm just going to paste that in there and then just change the colors. So my border color is going to be green. My archived border color will be orange. And then we have active, archived, or inactive. So we're setting active and archived. So if it's neither of those, it's going to be inactive and it's going to be gray. Perfect. Is it going to be that? Cool. All right, 27 minutes in. We made decent time. Cool. Now we have that. So I'm going to spin up a test mode. Boom. In my user collection, oh, yeah. Okay, we won't have status. So we'll need to make this. We'll have to give this a default value because we just implemented status. We have some users already in the database. So we're going to get a null value. We're going to have an error here if we don't do this. No status. Perfect. We're just going to do that. And then we should be good on these conditional values because we set a default or like a then. It's just going to be gray. Okay, what are choice chips? Corbin, we will do that. Okay, Firebase backend using parameter. Cool. All right, so we have the list view here. We have this create button, which again, in order to create users, you will have to integrate with a backend that can actually perform cloud functions. But let's go ahead. I did say this would be responsive. So let's go ahead and see how this responds. Cool. We have this. This is moderately annoying. So we're going to do flex. We'll do 2 on that and 2 on that. Okay. And then, yeah, this little guy, we're going to just hide these on mobile. Perfect. Same thing with this. We don't need this. Yeah, my users. Sweet. Okay, we have that. We probably don't need that much spacing. We have a lot of empty space here. We have 16 pixels here. We have 16 here or so. So let's go ahead and remove that from this column. Just remove it. Do 0. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think that'll be good. It gives us a lot more space. And then on these rows, we could do like 12 pixels. Okay. Same thing up here. 12. And I'm going to adjust this header as well. Oop, if I can actually get to it. Do this. Okay. I want my header typography to be gray. I'll just do that. Multi-select editing is a beast in FlutterFlow. I absolutely love it. Explain. So Craig wants me to explain how sub-collections work. I think we have a university video on this. If not, then it will be coming. I don't know if I can do it in the last 30 minutes, but I'll try, possibly. They still don't necessarily work wonderfully in my head either. So, yeah. So Andrew, this is a great question. Default design rules you follow. Spacing is a huge one. Hierarchy is another one. So spacing for iOS and Android, they work off of sort of 8 pixel or 8-point grids. iOS is points, and I think Google or Androids are still pixels. But they basically work out the same. So 8-point, I do a 4-point grid, which essentially just means all of my spacing and hopefully my typography, although I break it, goes off of multiples of 4 or multiples of 8, right? So like 8, 16, 24, 32. I do 4 because I do 8 and then 12. 16. I also do 14 for my text sizes though, so just a happy medium. But yeah, typically it's 12, 16, 20, 24, things like that. So all of my spacing here is going to follow those rules. This is 16. This spacing is 8. Those are going to be some of the design best practices that you should probably implement within your applications. It'll make your apps look more polished. Also, utilizing neutral colors. I teach UI UX as well, and I tell my students this all the time. Please utilize neutral colors, right? Like here, we have a lot of primary. This navigation bar is our primary, and it's a lot. But typically, you would have maybe a white navigation bar here, and you'd use your primary color sparingly to just draw attention. Okay, so now probably the most important part, which is editing this, right? Like if we have a list of users, we want to mark these users with something or edit them, then and change the status, let's say, we need an edit page. So let's go ahead and do that. Add page, why not? We have an edit profile. Yeah, we could do this. We'll just use my theme. Edit user profiles. Oh, you know what? No, sorry. I don't want just to edit. I'm going to say profile because we have some sick profile pages. I do say so myself. All right. We're going to do this little guy. Okay. Page. Yeah. User details. Yeah. User details. All right. Crashing error. Oh, that's great. Perfecto. All right. We're going to wrap this. We're going to basically make this a component anyways. Oh, that's why, because we have this. Let's see, wrap. We have a tab bar. Oh yeah, that tab bar is gonna be nasty. All right. So we have this, which will be our user details. All right. Let's go ahead and copy that. Let's we don't want to center that title. Okay. We're gonna pass a user reference here. User ref. There's gonna be a bunch of comments about this probably. Thank you, Trevor. Yeah, and I don't build perfectly, and I definitely build chaotic sometimes, but I hope this is helpful. So now on mobile, we'll get this user details, right? This will be our user details page. We could even feed in, we already have this rich text, so we could basically feed in different things here. Let's go ahead and maybe update this to be similar to our list view, which is squared or rounded rectangle, really. So I'll do that. I'm just going to add a border and do 2 pixels. Cool. And then I'm going to add 2 pixel padding there. Nice, nice. Okay. We're going to add in our user ref get property document here, display name, and then ghost user. We're going to copy and paste that down and do 4 and change this to label medium, but we're going to make this our email address. So let's make it our primary color here. Okay. And then let's change that from display to email and say user email. Yeah, for now. Okay. And then we can do, let's go ahead, let's come back over here. Oh, to our main user page. We're going to copy and paste this status, and we're going to do it on our user details page. Okay. User details. Oh, I should have made this a component to begin with. Oh, yeah. Before we get too far into this, let's go ahead and make this little guy a component. Because on desktop, I do not want a page. I want a modal or a dialog. So user details base. That's what I'm going to name this. Cool. Currently, it has these 2 parameter strings, and I'm just going to remove that. And I'm just going to say user ref here. I'm going to do the same thing. Document, collection, users. All right. All right. So now this will exist on that page, right? Perfectly. We'll just pass this user ref in. Boom. Awesome. And then on mobile, we'll get to this page, right? So if you're viewing this admin list on mobile, you can get to an actual page with this design. And then on desktop, we will actually make this a dialog. So, and we'll add a few things here to make it a little more in tune. So we'll do a column and we'll center that stuff. And then we'll do a max width here of like 770. Perfect. We don't have a height on this. That's awesome. Okay. We just need to update this to our component parameters now. So get property document, display name, ghost user, and our parameter, which is our email address. Okay. Done email. And I'm getting to, sorry, Casper Ghost UI.io. I'm getting to the choice chips. So whoever asked that question earlier, we'll get to that. So cool. I don't know if we need this. Oh, you know what? We do need this. Let's utilize this. This is great. So we will say last active. And then we'll have this be our last active. So user ref, right? Get property document, edited time, and we will say relative, just like we did before. Okay, cool. And then we can also say like last active here and do a space. Perfect. All right. And then let's see, we can, yeah, your last active and created should be different. So let's do that. I think these guys have padding on them. We can say created on. Yep. And then this, we'll do created time, date time format. And we did September 7th created. All right, cool. Undead, newest videos. I'm going to cover this topic also. Okay. Yep. Yeah, sorry. This is a UI UX. Sorry, I'm reading some of the comments. UI UX live stream. I try to do some backend stuff like today. But I'm not an expert on that stuff. So I prefer to allow the actual developers to do that. But we'll just add these choice chips in here. I'll do that. Cool. And we will, this default choice chip sort of sucks. Let's see. I'm utilizing our design system, or like the CRM design system. So I have some default choice chips right there. So this comes from my theme widgets. This thing is on the marketplace, so you guys can go download it. There was a bug with some button heights, but beyond that, we have like a design system here. Just so you guys know the coolness of what that is. So we'll do that. Cool. We don't need this follow button, so let's get rid of that. And maybe, since we have all this empty space up here, let's go ahead and wrap this in a column. There. Okay. And it centers, because that's what columns do. Let's go ahead and do cross-axis alignment left, or start. There it is. And then this row, again, it's space in between, and it's aligned to the top. So let's align it to the center, and let's align to start, and let's do 16 pixels between. We can remove this padding here. Okay. And then, one very important thing in an admin panel, just so you guys know, one very important thing is that you allow other people in the rules to update your user collection. Oh my gosh, this is an annoying thing. This is a very annoying thing, because actually to update a user collection is difficult. It's probably not best practice. So building this admin panel and doing this stuff and not doing best practice. We'll just see. So we'll say none. We said active, inactive, and archived. Okay. We'll do none as the default. Actually, the initial option. We will do user collection here. Get property document status. Default will be none. Perfect. All right, so we have that. We have when the user was created. We have the title and the display name. All right. We will need an X here. So icon, we need to close this little dialog. Let's go ahead and expand this column, which will be better anyways. And let's do an 8 border radius. Change this to alternative and secondary background, and then a close icon. And then what we'll do up here is add an action to dismiss. Custom dialog. Yes. And what we'll do further, right, because we don't want this viewable on the mobile screen, right? So what we want to do is do another component parameter and say is mobile Boolean. We won't make it required, but we'll say conditional single condition is mobile equals to false. Okay. And then when we go back to the user details, right, we can pass this in. So this should be false there because it is mobile. So we don't want to see that little X icon. Let's see if my test mode is almost up and running. Okay. Yep. Current loadout time of 12. All right, so a few more things here. We need to actually get to that user details. So if we do an action, let's add a conditional action. the condition is just simply going to be screen width 100%. And then we're going to change this to greater than or equal to 991, which will be our breakpoint for tablets. And then if it's greater than that, we want to custom dialog. Okay. Why you don't get this from the global properties instead of page stay is mobile. We are just passing that in to, yeah, you could do it from global properties as well, Dimitar. If screen width is less than whatever, you could just hide it. Oh, you know what? We could just hide it from, you're right, Dimitar. You're right. We could just hide it responsively. It's probably a better way. That is a better way. It is a better way. That's cool. We'll do that. But first of all, we want this user details base. We want to pass the user reference. Okay. Pass the user reference. And Dimitar mentioned this, right? Like, why don't we just hide this on mobile global properties? We don't even need a global properties. Like, it's just responsive visibility, which is the global property of responsiveness. But yeah, so we'll remove that from this little guy. We'll just say, look, if mobile, remove. So these two, we'll just remove it. And then we'll delete this. Boom. Cool. And then we just have to set that 1. So we have a custom dialog. Remove that. And then if mobile, right, we want to navigate to the page. So user details. We want to pass this user reference. Okay. Document users. Perfect. All right, there you go. Now let's see where our Boolean property is. Oh yeah, we don't need that anymore. So we're just going to remove that. Conditional visibility. All right. So what we have here is the ability to view users. Okay. User role. And then we'll do this user role here. Boom. No role. Okay, cool. Man, I'm gonna really hope that this sort of works, because this is gonna work. Okay, there you go. We want to center this in the middle. Perfect. And then we would like to update this, obviously. So we'll do that in the next one. We have 12 minutes. We can do that. So we have a user. Oh, we need to update our indexes. So let's go ahead and deploy those. Ooh, wait, why don't we have security? Okay. User collection is readable to everyone. Perfect. And then we do want this authenticated users. You really want to tag users. But for the sake of this, I'm going to do something you shouldn't do. Okay. We're going to make this authenticated users. We're only going to access this to admin, but there's surely some security flaws in this. Okay. Just so you know, surely. All right. Let's say if it wasn't a user collection and we were dealing with locations and we wanted to edit all the locations, no matter if you were, no matter if you were like an admin or not, or if you were the user that created it or not, right? If you wanted to manage the locations or manage social posts, those are a lot easier to do than user collection, just so you know. And those rules, apply a lot less to that. But for now, we're going to do that. I'll share this tab. So we should be able to see. Sorry, I'm pouring myself a coffee. Been a long week. All right, so we have our users, and we have 0 users. That's not good. Oh, you know why? I bet you we don't have any of them created on or last active. Oh, that's why. Because we're sorting by last active and none of them have been activated or edited. So let's come back over here to our main users, right? Let's say default value not active here. And then let's go ahead and sort by created for now because it will give us the ability to actually see them. Okay. Created time because they have all been created. That is perfect. Okay. We have that. We have defaults here. Okay, I think we should be good. Let's go ahead and reload this. And while that's reloading, let's go ahead and view this. Nice. I want this in light mode for now. We do want to edit more of this. So user details base. What we could do is, well, I'll show you. So we have that user role, right? And text field. So, and let's go ahead and add a button here as well. This over there. Perfect. Okay. And we're going to add a divider here. That divider is going to be gray 4. Perfect. And then we're going to just say admin area. We're going to do 0 and 0. Okay. And I'm just going to do 16 pixels on the right and left. Change this button theme to large. And we're going to change the height to 48. Perfect. We're going to say save changes. All right. Yeah. All right. And on this guy, we'll just do user role, right? Get property document, user role, and this one will be our admin one. So we will say this user has admin permissions. And this will be a great example of what we can and cannot do. Admin. Okay. Set this initial value to our user reference. Get property document, admin. Perfect. User role here. We're going to add 2 lines there. This is the initial value, and then we'll say user role. And again, we could do user roles like predefined. We don't have to. We are doing the status predefined. So we're gonna do that. And let's go ahead and do this. 8. We're gonna give a title to this. So I will say user status. Okay. Tanzania. Okay. I'm going to do this and reduce this to 12. I just like this. Okay, cool. That is better. All right. For now, let's adjust this to the right. All right, so we're going to get this. If we come back over here, we're going to need to update our test mode here in a second. We may not be able to. Oh my. I'm sorry I wasn't able to deliver on what I promised, which was to get a user list See this now? We have created on. We need to expand this. So that's good. And then we need to click into this. So we're throwing a null value because we are probably not passing the proper information. So let's go ahead and end this session. I'll end that. And then I'll start a new one. Oh, I'll reshare my screen. You guys don't have to see my ugly mug here. Share this. Perfect. Okay. And then let's go ahead and do another test mode. Okay. That's gonna be good. So when we're coming over here, or when we're querying this dialog, we're not doing something. So let's go ahead and see what we're not doing. Are we passing a user reference? Yes, we are. Are we passing user reference here? Yes, we are. Okay, perfect. So that means our base, our user details base, has something that should be default and is not default. Like it does not have a default value. So we're throwing an error. Okay. So we're going to come back to our main users and grab this little default value here. Paste. And then we can do that in the user guy right here. We'll make this cached. Okay. User role, no role. Perfect. We'll just say no role here too. Just for the heck of it. Okay. And then admin. This is probably what's throwing the error. So probably need to come over here to our little collection because, and this is why it's throwing that error. So when we created all these users, we didn't have some of these things. So we weren't able to feed the data in, right? So we're adding additional stuff. So we have no values for those things. And we're getting errors when we have no values because we're trying to feed that data in and there's nothing to feed in. So null safety, all that stuff in Flutter is good. Let's go ahead and see if we can set a default value here. We can't. Okay. Admin. I think this is probably what's giving the error. We'll find out in the test mode, but that's probably what's giving the error. We have a default value here for this. I have none selected. Okay. Require selection, allow multi-select, no. Last active, let's see. Boom. Again, this could be it as well. So a moment ago, let's say not active. Okay. That's cool. We have email. Yes, we do. Display name. Yes, we do. All right. Okay. Let's see. It could have been this one. I think it's this one, but we'll see. We'll find out. All right. I'm going to do this. Scroll and 24. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try to edit this stuff. All right. We're going to set this stuff and update. But I do want to see if this test mode will work first. And a simple thing is, okay, well, typically when I have access to this, you can edit this stuff here, which is the backend. Oh my gosh, of course. I should always share my other screen. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so users. We're still getting a null check. So again, I think it's probably that admin. Manager, line, internal. Okay. Oh, you know what? What if? No, we're doing this as a dialogue. Okay. User ref. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove this. Sorry, I'll share this tab instead. So for now, for the sake of this example, I'm going to remove this. Yeah, you know what? No, we're going to solve this issue. We're going to do two of these for now, okay? We're going to say conditional value, so single condition, if this user value has this set, right? Get property document, admin is set, we'll show this one. And we'll do the admin initial value, okay? We're gonna do the exact opposite here. So we're gonna do remove. We don't want an initial value here. And then we're gonna copy this. Is set, yep. We're gonna paste this. We're gonna say is not set. Okay. Probably we could do the same thing here, but let's go ahead and remove that. Okay. And then let's go ahead and update this. Again, we're going to just do update document. I'm going to select this user reference document, update the reference here. Okay. And then we're going to add some fields. We're not going to change the status. We're not going to change any of the personal stuff, but we're going to do status, and I'm going to update from variable here, right? And then we will do admin. And again, we're going to do from variable. Ooh. We're going to do it from a conditional value. So frustrating. All right. We'll do this. Conditional value. We're going to paste that. So is set. If admin is set, then we will do it from this one. And if not, then we'll do it from this one. That should work. Status. What else do we want? User role. We'll do a user role here. Boom. And from variable, we'll copy it from here. Okay. And then we obviously want to conditionally value, again, single condition, screen width. Greater than or equal to 991. Only because on mobile we show this as a page, and on desktop we show this as a dialog. So we need to dismiss dialog here. Oh, sorry, dismiss dialog. And then on this one, we will add navigate back. It's perfect. We'll also show a snack bar. Show snack bar, like a Snickers. You have updated this user. And we'll do that. Boom. Okay. All right. Now we'll see if this will instant reload this test mode. Okay. Trevor, we have not had an updated what's new. Yes, you are right. We are trying to release that email today. We're trying to send that out today. I have a couple graphics I need to do because we have a lot in that email, and we still have FFTC next week. So reorderable list should be present. Perfect. Look at that. Looky there. We have that. Okay. Now let's see if our update works, right? So let's do active for this guy. Let's do master designer. And let's not make them an admin. I want to find myself. Boom. Okay, I need to scroll this list, but it did work. Oh my gosh, it worked. We can update users. Come on. This all worked. I knew it was going to. I mean, come on. Why wouldn't it? But yeah, let's go ahead and scroll this list. I don't know why that's being funky. I do know why. It's because we haven't expanded this. So, okay, we have shrink wrap here. Let's go ahead. I think we have this column unscrollable. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So now this column will be scrollable, and we shouldn't have that overflow issue that we have here. Sorry, I didn't show you guys that, but I just expanded I made the parent column within that container, the max width container. I made that scrollable. And then, yeah, we should be able to scroll that user list. So I'm going to answer some more questions. But yeah, that's why. Stay tuned. Next week are some incredible announcements, which is going to be a lot of fun at FFDC. So, but also, I think this is pretty cool. Like we have this. So I have inactive. I'll do user role, header design, and then I'll also do like admin. Right? I'm going to do that. Boom. You've updated this user right here. I've updated this guy. Automatically changed. Oh, you know what? Oh, we should do last edited. We should update that. No active. My English is great. It's great here, guys. Let's go ahead and change this to not active. Okay. Not active. All right. Now, I do want to do one thing. Sorry. Thank you for sticking with me 6 minutes over. Give me one last thing to do. I'll just do it here. We're going to just query this. We're going to query collection and do number of users. We're going to do a count. Okay. And then we don't need to do any of those things. Boom. We're going to do that. We're going to combine text here. Combine text. We'll say my users space parentheses. And then we'll do user count here. And we can do a number format. It's going to automatically just be like, just like 1 or 2. So yeah, we're just going to do 0 as default value there. And then we're just going to do a parentheses over here. Okay, cool. So this should give us our user count up here. So we can automatically see like how many users are in our list. Oh my gosh. Did I not share that with you guys? I'll share it. I'll share it. Let's see. And then guys, I have to go because my wife is on a call with her school. We don't have the users. Okay. Yeah. And I have to let my dog in. So let's see. All right, we have that. We're able to sort of adjust this. I'm going to do inactive, make myself a boom. Perfect. We're not, inactive, sick. So that's like how you can do it. I mean, we did like the basic generic thing, right? We have the users. We get the mobile screen on mobile, and we get the same stuff, which is a hack. So let's come back over here. I mean, I don't know if these are my skills, but yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dimitar. I feel like I really broke a bunch of stuff, but all good. Number format. We're just going to remove that. No formatting. Users count. Yes. This should work. I don't know. Oh, no. That's why we have a default value. Yeah, we don't want that default value. Perfect. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm going to do save. And that's how I did it. So sorry. If you guys didn't see this last time, backend queried, query collection, users, count. It's just going to return a number. And then what I did was I did text combination, my users, parentheses, user count, and then parenthesis and confirmed. And so what that should do is give us that. We can also add this add this page to our bottom navigation. So group, right? We can do that. So on mobile, we can actually get to it. We can come over here to our nav bar. Yeah, we want our main users to be our middle one here. Cool. And then let's go ahead back here. We'll share this screen. I can't give any spoilers. Sorry. You will have to show up or watch online for your spoilers. There you go. We got our number, 26 users. Yeah, sorry. I'm probably not supposed to be showing these emails, but I apologize. If you've signed up here, your email, yeah, that should be a disclaimer. If you sign up and use these, I apologize. Okay, cool. So we have that. We're able to see that user list and update it, so we can make them active and admin, and we can show that here. Pretty cool. I hope that works. And thank you guys for joining. Sorry this went long. This is the basics of setting up a responsive admin dashboard. You could do this same thing for any number of collections, right? You could do this for locations. You could do this for social posts. You could do this for tasks, where basically you just see everything. Whereas for an individual dashboard, or if I was a user, maybe I would see things just pertaining to myself or just pertaining to people I follow. The admin, you can just release all of those filters and allow you to see everything, and then be able to edit those things as well. So if you needed to override, or if you needed to, block a user, right? If you needed to block a user on your application, you could do that easily from the admin panel. So thank you guys for joining, and thanks for all your comments. I will see you guys next week at FFDC. And if not at FFDC, then I'll see you on the live stream. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week.